Hey guys, it's that time again to tell your ma to keep it down. The boys are on. And please remember to subscribe or you're going to make Toaster cry.
Woo, sticky, blicky.
People tell me I'm hard to read all the time, and I'm like, I'll tell you exactly what I'm thinking.
Well, I appreciate your honesty.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, gotta remind me at the end of this, I wanted to get a picture that I'm going to use for the cast, but I want us to be holding the lamb leg together.
Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah.
I remember to do that.
New Year's, okay. It involves food, so I'm not going to forget.
Okay, good. I got a cool lamb leg here, and I'm stoked about it, and I can't wait to show everybody. It's a 6-pound lamb leg.
You go make some mutton later.
Yeah. 6
pounds. That's like half a baby.
Just learned that mutton is just lamb, but English.
Yeah, that's what you get for having a Londoner on your podcast.
Yeah. Is that what you are, a Londoner?
Yeah, born in London.
Okay. That's cool.
I don't remember it for shit. I moved here when I was 6, but...
Yeah, I hear London's in a way right now. I hear Great Britain's like not great right now.
That's just American propaganda. You know, we still great.
It's lit over there? All right.
Yeah, it's lit.
Yeah, I've seen videos. I'm like, this can't be real. So,
whatever you see, because I don't pay attention, honestly. I walk around with my head up my ass. So.
I don't know. People are all like, England's in shambles and stuff, you know?
Yeah, but people say that about America, too.
Yeah.
They say that about literally everywhere. Tell me one place that's thriving right now.
Venezuela?
Nah, well, they did just get a cool new president or whatever. And they hired a guy he's like throwing everybody in jail and then making them all like go around without pants or something. And he's like, yeah, that's what we're going to do if you're in a gang. You got to go to jail and not wear pants.
That's El Salvadorian president. I know what you're talking about. He's handsome as shit. Yeah.
Based.
Yeah. He's a handsome fella. I know what you're talking about. Mainly because of his looks and nothing else. Not because of his politics.
That's good.
Because of his looks only. Handsome man.
Yeah. But yeah, nowhere's thriving, right? Even Epstein Island is in shambles, man. I thought that place would live forever.
Yeah, you figured like that could open up like a tourist thing. Get like a tourist attraction going. Yeah. Jurassic Park style.
Disneyland's going to shit.
Well, yeah, but dude, I'm not, that's not my thing.
Well, I didn't think it was, but I've never seen a good article about Disneyland.
Have you been?
Not since I was a child.
Okay, but you've been, okay.
Yeah.
Did you have a good experience as a child?
Yeah, sure. It was a lot of walking. They had roller coasters.
Have you been to Universal, though?
No.
Universal's pretty cool. And all their lines are inside in air conditioning, so already better than Disneyland.
I always wanted to go to Universal.
Dude, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Anytime I travel, it's just to see my boring-ass family. Then we stay inside and watch TV.
Maybe like next time you see your boring ass family, be like, "Yo, we're gonna go ride the Hulk at Universal." All right,
Hulk
we're not.
Smash, right?
I thought it was a good idea.
Have you been to Universal? I told you I don't react to things. So like, I do think that's a good idea.
The best reaction to a good idea ever is like, "All right, that's a good idea, right?" And you're like. I'm like, all right, yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, I'm an awful podcast. I'm a great comedian, but I suck at podcasts. I should have warned you.
It's all about the confidence.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I've talked to you so much on the sidewalk.
I know. It's embarrassing.
Hey, thanks for the monster store.
Dude, I was going to stop by and get a coffee because I was on the bus knowing that I'd have to take a monster shit as soon as I got here. So I was like...
You're going to speed up the process.
Yeah, exactly. And then I thought like, oh, no, I'm on my way to see Nagel, so I'm going to get monsters. It'll be on brand.
Man, I drink energy drinks a lot.
Yeah.
Right? Because I always be out.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Did you used to do meth?
I have. I
Okay.
have, it's not like a thing I used to do a bunch.
Oh, so you're still doing it?
No, it's not like I have.
No, I
what I'm
get
saying?
it.
Like you were like, hey, you used to do heroin? I'd be like, yeah.
Okay.
But if you're like, you used to do
Really?
like meth, I'd be like, yeah, I've done it a few times.
No,
A handful.
I get you. That's like me and acid. Like I've done it like 4 or 5 times, and I love it. But I'm not still like I wouldn't still do it, and I'm not like one of those every weekend guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a new thing, by the way. Like, people are just like, I'm going to eat mushrooms every day.
Dude, deadheads have been around forever.
No, I mean, listen, there was a point in my life where I was moving around a lot of stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like a bunch of sheets and a bunch of pounds of fungus, Lots of it. So it got to a point where, like, I had to, like, eat, like, half a sheet at a time. If you just do acid every day, you're going to eventually get to a point where you're going to eat a half a sheet because it just stops. You need to basically double your dose every day. But, like, I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine doing it 2 days in a row.
Oh yeah, that was a thing. I've done it, but I consider myself like an extremist.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call myself recreational. I did everything that way.
That's fair.
I feel it, so that's why like everyone nowadays is like, yeah, I just do mushrooms a little bit every day. I'm like, man, every day seems like what I used to do. That's drug addict shit. But
Oh yeah,
I'm not going to judge. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, but they're doing like 1/10 of a gram. It's just enough to make your breast stink, not enough to feel it.
I literally just heard it 2 nights ago. That's why it's funny you're saying it. I hear people who microdose every day. I hear all the time, they're like, man, I ate way too much today. Well, they say it all the time. It's like, how does dosing work for you? Anyways,
way
I don't
too
judge.
much, but they're still going about their day driving. It's just like, I noticed that I'm a little bit high.
Yeah. Like if I eat an extra ibuprofen, like my tummy hurts a little bit. Yeah. Meanwhile, homeboy's just seeing extra cars while he's driving. Like just reacting to ghosts. I've driven on hallucinogens before.
Oh yeah, it's not
good.
fun.
It's scary.
It's scary as fuck. I'm blind. I don't know if I was blind at the time. I go through sagas with my eyes, but like I remember I was in New York. I was high as fuck, lost as fuck, didn't know where I was going, and on a bunch of, I think it was mushrooms that day, and yeah, I fucking couldn't find where I was going. That was my most high. I've done it a few times. I'm not proud of it.
It's all right.
Yeah,
We do things.
Yeah.
One of my favorite acid stories ever. I haven't told it in a while. Not a joke, but like one time I used to like get rid of it, and my one buddy calls me up, right, and he's like, "Yo, I just found out that Matt's been effing my girl." My friend Matt was screwing his girl. He's like, "Can I come over and grab a couple strips from you? Like 10 hits of acid, a couple strips."
That's what you do about it when you find out you're getting.
So my reaction was like, hey, maybe that's not the best reaction to this situation, you know what I'm saying? But I was also like on day 10 of tripping and just trying to focus on making a sandwich. So I was like, yeah, dude, sure, come over. So I get back, I hang up the phone, I start making the sandwich, dude. But like, dude, it started getting like way high. It got like a foot high because it's just ridiculous.
So like tripping. A Lilo and Stitch sandwich.
Yeah, like my mom just got way too much lunch meat. I'm using it all. I'm like 17. And then all of a sudden, like, my friend, like, he comes in now, and I was like, "Oh, dude, you're finally here." He's like, "Hey, you got those?" Like, "You sure you want these?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "How many?" He's like, 2 strips. He's like, "All right." And I gave him 20 hits, and they put them both under his tongue. I was like, all right. And I've seen him do that much before because he's stayed up for like a week at a time with me, done that type of stuff. But I was like, I know this guy's been eating this stuff like on the daily. I was like, that's a lot for someone who hasn't tripped in like a couple months. And I was like, all right, well, anyways, dude, I'll see you later. So he just left. Anyway, so I go back to make my sandwich, and all of a sudden, my buddy's been hanging out with me all day. Mike, he comes in, he's like, yo, just so you know, Raj is beating Matt up in the street. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, Matt's here and he's beating Raj. Raj is beating him up. I'm like, why is Matt here? He's like, Raj apparently made Matt drive him here to get that. I was like, Matt, the guy who's bagging his girl, Raj made him drive him here. He's like, yeah. So then he just went outside and started trying to beat Matt up. So Matt started running down the street and Raj hopped in his car and chased him down. And now the car is blocking the road and Raj is beating Matt up in the middle of the road. And I was like, what? So I go outside and I walk up my driveway and I look down the road and the car is parked, blocking the lanes of traffic. And Raj, this Indian dude, is just beating this kid Matt up right in the road. And I was like, man, I can't deal with this right now. I'm tripping. I got to go back inside. And I go back inside and make my way to the kitchen. And my sandwich is gone. My sandwich is just gone, dude. I was like, what happened to my sandwich, dude? And I was like, and to this day, I've told this story, but I don't know what happened to my sandwich. I don't even know if it was real, but I didn't think it was real. Because pretty sure I spent 2 hours on it just standing in the kitchen like...
No, you don't spend 2 hours on a real sandwich.
I don't know. I feel like I spent 2 hours of real time there. Maybe it was 2 hours of fake time. But that was a thing that happened. But yeah, dude, Matt got his butt kicked by Raj.
Dude, beating a guy up on acid must be the greatest feeling ever.
Dude, it was like, he literally walked out my door. He wasn't even tripping. He just walked out the door and then just like immediately went to go kick this kid's butt and then steal his car in the process, and it was great.
He wasn't tripping.
Like I just gave him the stuff. He walked outside. It was just in my driveway.
Dude, well, it makes sense that he won the fight on acid, but like, if I was confident I could win a fight, I would wait till the acid kicked in. I'd like hang out with him for 45 minutes, and then I'd beat him up, and I'd probably get so hard that I'd jizzed on his face at the end.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't gotten in a fight. I haven't gotten in a fight on acid. And I don't think you get hard on acid either, by the way. That's not a thing that happens.
Me either.
But maybe if you're on acid and then the victory of a fight kicks in, you get so aroused, you get hard. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could ask somebody about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight on acid. I do acid to fucking eat food and do yoga, but I did my first comedy show on acid.
Okay, how'd that go?
I destroyed.
Okay.
I spent the night before selling most of the audience acid, but it was like 400 people at Well Cafe Live. I had no business being on the show.
Was the whole crowd on acid?
Not the whole crowd, but a lot of them. And
that makes sense because like no one's going to think someone on acid is funny unless they are on acid. That's
I came out with the energy.
I came out with that acid energy.
I had that dog in me.
Well, that's good. I'm just imagining like you're like thought it was like everyone like standing up and cheering and like the lights shining on you and people like rock music playing you off and it was like Manny, Manny, Manny. But it was actually just you just bombing and everyone's just booing and just like reality's not even set in. It's just an alternate universe. Basically, you're just tripping your balls off and you're like, yeah, it went great. And it was just awful, but you're just that's kind of what I'm imagining. Never mind. Sorry, I just went.
No, that's fair. I have bombed a lot more since then. Makes me feel I should do acid more. I used to.
Are you sure that's not? Yeah, no. Actually, I back that up.
Yeah, no. I used to do like half a tab of acid on days when I had a date later. Like I felt like I was so much more charming if I'm a little bit tripping. Like, I was making fun of microdoses earlier, but, like, the only thing is, it's an all-day thing, so, like, I'd get nothing done at work, because I'd take it at lunchtime, and then by the time it was, like, the first date, I'd be, like, in a great mood, I'd be kind of sweating, and I'm just like, hey, let's have fun.
I like how you're, like, microdosing gay.
But
I used to take some acid just to go on a date.
Yeah.
It's so funny. That's so funny. You're like, yeah, microdosing's for losers. I use acid as Viagra.
It's my social lubricant.
Dude, that's not the case. Acid can't be the social. Like liquor makes sense. Well, acid is not the social lubricant. There's never been like a group of people where someone just walked in on acid and like, what's up, guys? And like everyone's like, oh, I'm glad this guy's here. Like, what's this genius going to talk about? It's never been the case.
I know what you're saying, but I'm built different. I understand completely.
And if someone walks up to me, like lost on acid, generally I'm like, we need to get this person home ASAP.
I'm never lost on acid. I always know exactly where
I know exactly where I'm at.
I have my true self.
I have gotten lost. I have gotten lost on acid in a neighborhood I knew real well, and I just got lost and scared. It was bad. I made my way back though. It's all right.
Nice.
Getting lost is scary though.
Yeah. I don't know. I find my way home. Getting lost, it's a nice adventure. I'm also blind as shit, so I get lost a lot. I'm used to it. I get lost and I lose things.
Do you do like that prayer? Do you like Dear Saint Anthony, please come around? I lost my keys, you know?
No, I don't believe in the pagan gods.
Yeah, I would just use that as an example, of course. I'm not saying do you use that one.
No, I'm just like, oh shit.
Do you use like a witch charm or something? I don't know. It could be anything.
Fucking
whatever. Just using it as an example.
I lick my finger. I feel which way the wind's blowing. I smell the air, and I start tracking my way home.
Okay, yeah.
I do it by scent.
Yeah, see, that makes sense. Like, yeah, some people like cut their wrist and use blood on the ground, and then they offer to the gods, and they find their way home. Like, that's what I was asking.
I taste a little bit of the dirt, and I'm like, that feels like South Philly. And then I go in a different direction, and based on the taste of the dirt, I can tell if I'm going north or south.
I just close my eyes and do a wolf howl, and I listen for the echo and find my way due north.
I go by the stars.
Yeah, well, people do that. That's a thing people do.
Yeah, not me.
They have like tricks to it. I watched a video on it. Didn't retain any of the knowledge.
Well, you seem like you watch videos on a lot of weird stuff.
Dude, I got into spelunking videos recently, where people like go into like water, like cave diving, scuba diving, and then they die.
Do you watch them die?
You don't get to watch them die. Well, there's a couple where you get to watch it. But it's mostly it's like kind of like a horror. It's like horror podcast kind of thing, like a horror mystery, like murder mystery kind of setup. Except these people just go into a cave and they die. It's scary.
Do they tell stories in the cave, or
no? It's people telling stories about how these people went in and died.
Okay, so it's someone else
and they thought it was this way out, but it wasn't that way. They ended up going into this one. And soon enough, that cabin was flooded and they died. You know?
Yeah, it's true crime for men.
It's soap operas with a hard on.
Hell yeah.
You get it.
I get it. I watch people destroy their lives on YouTube, and then I aspire to be like that.
Like drug addicts, or like people failing at their dream.
People failing at their dream.
Nice.
Like they get on YouTube, they fuck one of their fans, and then some other YouTuber makes a video about it. And before you know it, like, they're not making any money. Like, they went from regular person to famous to broke again.
Okay. Are you thinking of someone in particular?
Right now, I'm thinking of a guy. He's a lawyer. He started making videos. He'd break down, like, any trial that he thought was interesting. And then he started making like $1 million a year on YouTube, just like being a lawyer and drinking and talking about court stuff. And then he's in Minnesota, middle of nowhere, small town. He's making $1 million, got nothing to do, so he starts hanging out with a radio host in Minnesota who's the only other like funny rich guy in this small town. The radio host loses his job because he's talking too much shit about women on the radio. Like, I haven't heard the clips, but everyone I've heard is like, yeah, he went too far, just roasting this lady every day on morning radio. So he lost his job, and now he's a YouTuber. The radio guy's making good money. The lawyer's making good money. They both got hot-ass wives. And they, like, start doing shows together. They start doing shows in a hot tub streaming together. And they start swinging together behind the scenes, but denying it on camera. And then before you know it, they're, like, the lawyer's told the radio guy's wife. The radio guy's just begging for money every day. That's the show he puts on. He's just like, pay me now, pay me, and I'll talk about this news story that came out. But I ain't gonna talk about it yet until you pay me.
Your interests are beyond me.
Dude, that's the weirdest niche to fall into, first off. It's not even a niche. A niche is like disrespecting the word niche.
Yeah. That's why I never have anything to talk to about anyone. I'm like, there's just one guy out there, he's ruined his life.
Well, I mean, I guess there's people who are interested in people losing their lives.
Yeah, it's like how people love Chris Chan.
Who?
I don't want to get... Okay. This super autistic kid, not kid, man, grown man. I don't want to create a Sonichu. It's Sonic and Pikachu mixed together. It's his own original character. You've definitely seen a picture of this guy online. He's famous for being made fun of. And then he turns trans. Instead of Christian Weston Chandler, he becomes Christine Weston Chandler.
And people make fun of this person?
Yeah.
And he's trans with autism?
Yeah, and then...
it's awful.
And then
I would never.
He fucks his mom and goes to jail because, that's incest with a woman with dementia.
Wait, his mom has dementia?
Yeah, his mom's old as
The
shit.
charge was incest with dementia?
Yeah, like...
that's not a charge.
Incest is a charge.
Yeah, but there's not a charge called incest with dementia.
She had dementia, so it's like, that's... I don't want to say the word for that, but it's kind of hard to consent when you're demented.
It's funny when it's like the difference between first and second degree murder is like murder and then murder with intent. Except this is like first and second degree. Incest is like incest with dementia. First degree.
Well, incest and incest with consent.
Incest with consent.
It's two different. You might argue one is a victimless crime.
Well, yeah, I mean, incest with consent is technically...
That's a genre on Pornhub.
Who's the victim in incest with consent, if they're both legal age?
Yeah.
I just really thought about that. Is incest illegal for two adults to bang each other? Wait, is when you have a kid?
Yeah, if you have a kid.
You have a kid. But as long as you don't have a kid.
Yeah, I mean... Well, opening minds on this podcast.
All right. So the rule is don't have kids with the relative.
Do you have a hot sister?
I do not.
No.
She's ugly as shit. Oh.
Boom.
I don't have a sister though. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Do you have a hot sister?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Like you don't know if she is, but she could be?
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't bang her, but you could see why other people would. I get it.
Yeah. I also see why other people wouldn't, though. And I don't know. Like,
I could totally see why men wouldn't want to touch you.
I don't want to think about it too hard.
We're just talking about your hot sister.
Yeah.
Oh, your sister's so hot, dude.
Oh, man. But yeah, we didn't, go to school at the same time. Like, she's 13 years younger than me. So, I feel like if you went to school at the same time, your friends would tell you if you had a hot sister or not.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not friends with teenagers.
Oh, yeah. If none of your friends... All right, so if you go to school with... I didn't go to school with a sister because I didn't have a sister. But, so... So if you're going to school with your sister, and my lady has a brother. I wonder if I could ask her and be like, "Yo, did people used to tell your brother that you were hot?"
Yeah. I feel like that's how you find out you have a hot relative.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When people want to bang them.
Yeah, if no one's saying like, "Yo, your sister's hot," if no one's saying that, then you probably got an ugly sister.
Yeah.
You're probably ugly too, then, if you think about it. You got the same genes.
Well, no one wants to bang me.
Well, that can't be true.
Yeah. Well, that's my New Year's resolution. I want to be a better man. I want to be a one-woman man. Because it's better than being a zero-woman man. I think that's going to be my opener for all of January.
That's good.
Nice. But then I'm like, my next line I want to be, so yeah, I'm going to get a bitch this year one way or another. And I feel like that just takes it too far. Like, I find it funny, but for an opener, it's just, the crowd will hate me right away.
It depends, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, run with it. Run with it.
Nah, I want to be likable this year. I've gone as far as you can go as an unlikable comedian. I'm about to start turning on the charm.
I would really enjoy it if people liked me after I told a joke.
Yeah.
I appreciate if people didn't hate me all the time. That's my new goal. It's a great goal. Stay positive.
It really is. Like, at first I was like, yeah, I want to be the heel. I want to be the guy who's so funny. It doesn't matter if they hate me. And then I'm like, wait, why am I doing this to be hated?
I feel that all the time. Every night. When was the last place I was just at? Yep, yeah. I got right off stage and I was like, why did I do this to be hated? I literally said that on Sunday.
Yeah.
I was like, God, things I do to be hated.
Yeah, exactly. I want people to like me, and hopefully if they like me, they pay me.
Now we're getting to the root.
Yes.
Hey, man. But, oh, yeah, there's no shows tonight. Oh, yeah, because this is New Year's Eve soon. That's cool.
Yeah. I was going to say, if anybody seen this, my alibi for a lot of stuff is that I'm sick right now.
Oh, it is not New Year's Eve.
Yeah, nah, this is a week ago. It's Christmas Eve.
This is, in fact, a week ago from when you're seeing this. Unless this is a week from New Year's Eve, then it's not today. Again. Anyways.
Time's funny.
I like that, though. You should stick with that joke. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, lose a crowd. Who cares?
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, the first part was definitely good.
Okay, I'll stick with the first part, and then just let it be a nice setup. I feel like all of my jokes have just turned into setups. Like, people like them, but when I'm in a room that's not a comedy room, I'll do a whole joke, and they're like, oh, that's a nice premise. Where are you going to go with this? And I'm like, no, that's the joke.
So how long have you been in Philly?
Just over a year now. Well, kind of. So I moved to Drexel Hill, so Delco, last August. And then this August, I moved to Northeast Philly. So neither of them are like in the city. But that's how long I've been doing Philly comedy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fun. You like it? You like Philly?
It's a place. It's I don't have strong opinions one way or another. I'm a pretty like it exists. I don't dislike it.
Where would you like to be? Where's next?
I would like to be in purgatory, but I figure I got my whole life to get there, so.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Things just took a real depressing turn out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Coming up next, guys, we're going to slit our wrist.
I started thinking about how people don't like me, and I was like, no, I was talking to my depressing friend on the way here. He called me out the blue, and I'm like, dude, a call from you on New Year's Eve. I should answer this. I should make sure you're in a good place. And he was. So, but I still hate talking to him because it makes me depressed.
What was his topic? What did he call you about?
Nonsense. I think he wants to be a comedian, but he's not like going down. So it's like, yeah, I have you seen this comedian Josh Jordan? He's funny. I said one of his jokes and people laughed one time. So I'm like, cool. Tell jokes if you want to tell them.
That's a pretty funny thing to brag about. Like, yo, dude, I verbatimed this Jeselnik joke and it crushed. Like, nice,
Yeah.
dude.
Dude, so
I mean, there's something to that. It's like, yeah, I got that cadence down.
yeah,
That's the thing.
dude, there's a lot of comics who I've seen go on stage and tell jokes that I've read on Twitter years ago and crush with them, and I'm just like, that's not like, I don't know if you even think that you wrote that.
So, Austin went, where was it at? It was at Fergie's on Sunday. Yeah, it was the place I bombed at wanted to kill me. So he went up, and before he's like, yo, stay in the room. And someone gave him like a one-liner joke book for Christmas.
Okay.
And he went up and just started reading jokes out of it for the first minute of his set, just read one-liners out of his book. Like, people didn't know they're out of the book. But he brought the book up, and like after he showed people, he was like, and that was funny because everyone was laughing at these one-liners out of a book. And it was pretty funny to watch, actually.
No, I think that's a good move.
Yeah.
And fucking one-liners are meant to be told. I feel like street jokes have become a lost thing because everyone's afraid of being hacked now, so no one tells. Like, Gilbert Gottfried used to just tell street jokes, and he was hilarious. I feel like I've got something on my face because you keep touching your face.
No.
Nah.
Do I? I feel like I'm not touching my face. Am I touching my face?
You are a lot, and
No.
every time it looks like you're trying to let me know that I've got something on my face. Yeah.
I was gonna say, every 2 minutes I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like now I can't think of a single street joke.
oh my god. Yeah, no, the people don't do them a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, actually, I watched this guy. I don't know his name, but he like only does them, and like what he does, dude, he'll do like a 5-minute set, and I've seen like his little notes when he goes on. It's 30 jokes.
Yeah.
40 jokes.
Dude, the more actual jokes you write, the more you have to like have in order to do anything.
That wasn't what he had. That's just what he was saying that night in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fudge?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I would be so nervous about going. I wouldn't even grab the mic from him. Like, I gotta remember 40 things to say tonight.
Oh,
what?
He remembered that? He wasn't reading them? That's insane.
Yeah. Let alone read it, but then make it good. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm worried about making 3 things good. Dude, up here, he's like, I'm going to try and get 40 things that are good. I'm like, rage? Yo, it's insanity, dude. I mean, it's good. That's not insanity. It's insane for me.
Yeah.
I'd go up there and be like, I'm going to bomb.
That's
3 out of 40 things.
Right
if I do 40 jokes and only 3 are funny, I'm going to go home and jump off my roof, like, just crush me, dude.
That's why I get on stage, I tell 0 jokes, and none are funny. That's 100% right there.
Listen, if I write 40 things and 3 are funny, that's lucky. But if I go on stage and say 40 things and only 3 of them are funny, that's the point where I'm going to jump off the roof. That's the point. It's good I found the boundary.
Yeah.
Now I know.
But I'm not even talking about comedians on stage. I'm like in casual conversation with like a coworker, just tell a street joke.
Yeah. Okay.
That's lost art.
Well, dad jokes had a good run a few years ago, I guess.
They did, but people kept trying to do original dad jokes and sucking it at it.
The market got flooded with dad jokes, dude.
Yeah.
People were like doing like dad joke battles and stuff.
Yeah,
Now they're all out there.
exactly.
I can't even come up with a good one. It's all right.
Yeah. Remember before the internet, like you had to keep each other entertained with fucking jokes from a joke book?
I mean, no.
No.
No, you sat around with your friends reading joke books?
I didn't read them, but if I heard a good joke, I remembered it for years.
Okay.
Now I hear 40 good jokes a day, and I remember 0 of them.
Well, it's the same. When I was a kid, when I was a young lad, before I was allowed to even like get a phone or like have anything, you write your friend's phone number down.
Yeah.
Then you have a list. I used to know phone numbers. I don't know anyone's phone number.
Dude, I still remember my mom's phone number from when I was a kid, but not her phone number today.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, I do know my mom's phone number because I'm not a terrible son. But I understand your sentiment.
Look at you being a great son, okay?
No,
I bet your parents remembered to invite you home for Christmas.
No, I'm actually lying because my mom has had the same phone number for like 20-something years. And so like 2 weeks ago, she got a new phone number, and I actually don't know that number, so...
Yeah.
So I lied.
Yeah, I bet you'll never learn it.
And I'm going to edit this part out so I just seem good, okay? Where I don't lie, and I seem like the man, and this is all gone. No one's ever going to see this, and I just seem amazing.
If we're editing things out, can I pull my dick out right now?
I'm going to leave that in. I was going to, like, you know, people like put like black bars over their wiener to make it look extra big.
Yeah.
I was like, can we do that in reverse? Just like make it look real small. Put a little guy.
Just shrink it.
Yeah, but then we gotta shrink it because you got a big wiener. We're not gonna put it on the internet that you got a little one. We want everyone to think you got a big one.
Whatever's funny at the moment.
Huh?
Whatever's funny in the moment.
Well, I mean, like you don't want to pull down your pants in front of a lady, and that be funny. I mean, I don't think that in any moment you want that to be the case. To be honest with you.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point.
Yeah.
You make a lot of good points this episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like Nostradamus on the mic, you know. He wasn't really wise, or he didn't. I'm more like Socrates on the mic. There we go. Nailed that. Swish. Yeah. You don't ever want to be pulling your pants down in front of a lady, and then she starts cracking up. That's not the goal. Or maybe it is. Maybe if you're like, I don't care about this one at all. Watch this.
What if you have funny legs?
Funny legs?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you have funny legs, but a great looking wiener, you probably won't get laughed at because you'll be so distracted by the great looking wiener. If you have funny legs, bad wiener, probably not going to go well.
Yeah.
They'll probably again be more distracted by the funny wiener.
I want them to laugh while I'm fucking them. Type stuff. I get bored.
Like, are you guys laughing at me or with me? You know what I'm saying?
With.
Are you laughing at me or at me? You know what I'm saying? Like, which one do you want her to be laughing? Like, how do you want her laughing?
I want to do bits with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're like...
Yeah.
You're like, you hear the one about the Jew on the ball? Like
exactly,
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that's going to be good.
Oh, no, it's fun.
You've done it?
Oh, yeah.
If they cracked up?
Never so hard that it interrupts the sex. One time.
So you're like,
wait,
so you're having sex, trying bits on the girl you're having sex with?
Not like...
And then she was like, and then she's not even like cracking up, she's just going like...
Not like bits I do on stage.
was like, man, I'm tight for time tonight. I gotta really kind of work on this bit. Babe, let me run this by you real fast. I was thinking about saying, Murphy from work, right? I was going to be like, I was at work today. And then at the end of it, she's like, doesn't even laugh. That didn't happen to you. You're
Jokes were
lying.
mediocre, but the dick was great.
You're lying. That didn't happen to you. You didn't do that.
I start asking them to do funny things. I'm like, bark like a dog, quack like a duck. And they're like, why would you ask that? You're stupid. And I'm like, yeah.
Are these like normal ladies or like hookers?
I mean, none of them are normal, but I'm not paying.
Yeah, it sounds like that sounds like hooker request, like bark like a dog.
Yeah. Well, ladies like to be treated like hookers in the bedroom, not in conversation. These are things that I've learned over the years.
Go on. Describe these ladies.
Sexy ones.
What makes a good lady? What are we looking for in 2025? We're looking to be a one man or a one lady man, a one man man, a one lady man. What's that one lady?
So ideally, one that shuts the fuck up. But it's 2025, and you can't say that anymore. So I need one that's easy to tune out, one that can just go on repetitively, and I'm thinking about bits while she's talking.
You just gotta phrase words nicer, because they're kind of pansies these days. It's all about the verbiage. They're fine with the message as long as they get the verbiage right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe instead of being like, I want one that shuts the fuck up, be like, I'm really looking for a nice reserved woman. I want my woman to be reserved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reserved and in her place.
Yeah. I want her to, she needs to be intelligent enough to know her stage. To know her stature in this world. It's got to change the verbiage.
Yeah. To respectful.
Yeah, so instead of I want a woman who's
willing to be verbally degraded.
Oh, well, again, that's okay.
Durable.
That's good. I'm gonna edit all this, and my girlfriend doesn't see it.
Oh yeah, your girlfriend likes me. Shit, I don't want to ruin that.
Nah.
I don't want to be the second Philly topic that she doesn't like.
No, she's very good at not being offended.
That's good.
It's so good. She's so supportive about things I say. Here's something crazy also, is she doesn't come out all the time with me, but then she does once in a while. And it's random. And it's very once in a while, like once every month and a half now. Maybe sometimes a little soon. But I swear to God, like I'll be like, man, I'm going to try this new girlfriend joke tonight. And then my girl will be like, hey, can I go out with you tonight? I'm like, I was going to try this joke tonight, man. Yeah. And then I go out, I'm like, you know what? I know better, but I'm still going to rip it. Because it never goes well when your girl's out and do a girlfriend joke. Bomb it. And then, like, she won't go out with me a month, and I won't do a girlfriend joke for a whole month. And then I'm like, I'm going to do a no girlfriend joke tonight. And then she'll text me that day. Be like, hey, go out tonight. It's like she's sensing it. I think she actually has access. She's hacked my phone and just goes to my notes and, like, sees my notes. She's like, oh, I know what he's planning tonight. And then just texts me, can I go out with you tonight? I think that's what's happening.
I think she's like gaslighting you. She's doing stuff that she knows you're gonna write a joke about, and then she's like, I'm gonna go see this joke. Like she's triggering the material just to see it happen.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why she would be doing half the stuff. I don't see why she'd be doing half the stuff that she would be doing just for that. That seems crazy. Dude, all right, all right, so I was at work, and she texted me,
And she's like, it smells like, she called me. She's like, all the plants are drooping and it smells like a gas leak in here. And I'm like, call the gas company, which is the electric company. And I called the electric company and report it. And she's like, okay. And then I look at my phone 20 minutes later. She's like, the gas company's coming out, but I think everything's okay because I lit a bunch of candles and nothing happened. So, like, I don't know why I started this story. Now I kind of lost myself with that. But, like, why would she do that on purpose, That's not something she's just setting up so I can have a riff on the stage. That's her potentially killing everyone on the block.
You know what's crazy? Up until 5 seconds ago, I've been convinced the entire time I've known you two that she was out of your league. And now it makes sense.
Yeah. It turns out she's just a dum-dum. Turns out she's just a pretty dum-dum.
You snagged a good one. I want one of those. Add that to my list.
That's the description. She needs to be dumb.
Yeah.
Now my lady's smart. She's smarter than me. She's a director of HR for a company.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude. She's salary and stuff.
That's one of those jobs a lady can be good at, so I believe you.
HR is a lady's job.
Yeah.
HR is for sure a lady's job.
Yeah, it's a job a lady takes serious, too.
I've never had a job where there was HR. I don't think it lasts long. Which is the funniest thing is, like, she's in the funny department where, like, HR where you can't be lewd in that department, but she thinks the stuff I say is funny, so that's fun.
Yeah, it's always fun. I feel like you're their chance to get it out. It's like if they could.
She's using me to feel better, get her laughs. I get it.
Yeah, like, because I have the same thing with, I feel like, girls who I get, where it's like, they wouldn't tolerate any of the shit I say from anybody else, but because it's me and I'm a supposed funny man, I can say it, and they're like, good. It's like, it's cathartic. It's out of my system now. I can be a proper person in the rest of the world.
Okay. I see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I often think she's using me as well.
She definitely is using you. She's manipulating you for jokes. That's why she lit the gas leak.
Yeah, she doesn't like you. She just likes sometimes to come home from work and just have a ha-ha. Lighten the mood. She's using you. It's the worst way to use someone. You could just look up a joke online. You could just turn on Chris Rock.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she uses you for other things, too.
Yeah, dude, my monster wiener.
Hell yeah.
Let that be known.
Ladies out there, he's not single, but I am.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, dude.
You should see Manny's.
So the other day I'm out, and I get a text from my landlord, former comedian Damon Lilly, shout out to him, and he's like, I had to call PGW because it smelled like gas. My landlord's also my neighbor, so he smelled gas, and it turns out that I left the stove on. One of the burners, but the only reason I did was because the burner wasn't working, so I went to flick it on and nothing happened. But then I checked with one of the other burners and just left. It was like midnight, so there'd been gas. So he calls the gas company, and I'm like, holy shit, I almost fucking killed the whole neighborhood. But as they're checking out the apartment, they go to the other nearby apartments to check things out. The lady on top of me had like a bad furnace or something. According to Damon, the furnace was fine, but she was heating the apartment with her stove. So she had like a crazy carbon monoxide level, and I saved her life by being a fuck up and leaving my stove on.
Has she said thank you?
No. But
Bigger and old woman.
yeah, she complained when I moved in. She was like, "These guys are moving too loud underneath me."
She's an old white lady. Old Northeast white lady. She said they were being too noisy, but she was thinking other things. Oh, man, that's terrible.
Oh, man.
Well, you should go up there and be like, "Hey, you're welcome."
Yeah. I should demand money from her.
Yeah. You should walk up to her apartment, knock on the door, pull down your ski mask, and be like, "You're welcome. Give me some money now."
Yeah. This is your stove on tax.
I saved your life. Give me all your money.
Consider this another wellness check. You know, I just saved your life again. I decided not to beat you the fuck up.
You're welcome. Give me all your money. And it's also insurance if you don't want nothing else to happen to you in the future. Write a check. Make it out to Manny, please.
Better not bounce.
No funny business, no cops.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's cool, man. Good. You're like a good Samaritan these days, saving lives. It's a good place to be in life.
It is. I get no thanks, but it's. I don't do it for the thanks.
No.
I do it to feel better than people.
Yeah, dude. It's like Spider-Man, dude.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't get the thanks he deserves either.
No, he's just got guilt because his uncle died.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he's a superhero.
Well, no, it's because of Spider bit him.
Yeah, but if a spider bit him and his uncle stayed alive, he'd have just been doing science. He'd still be a nerd.
Nah, man, wasn't he doing like cage fights before his uncle died?
He'd be doing science and cage fights.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. No, imagine if Elon Musk was in the cage fighting. We'd be like, that guy's amazing.
He tried to be. Remember when he wanted to beat up Zuckerberg?
Yeah, dude. Who you got winning that, by the way?
Zuckerberg, easy. But
he's smaller, but Zuckerberg probably got hands. Zuckerberg, I've seen videos of him online. Looks like he's moving around, dude.
Oh,
got good hip movement.
Elon moving around?
No, Zuck.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Elon don't look like he in good shape.
No, that's what I'm saying. Zuckerberg would fuck him up.
Yeah. Elon don't look like he in good shape.
Yeah, no.
But did you watch the Tyson fight?
I pretended to.
I didn't watch it either, and then everyone was like, "It sucks." So I was like, "Oh, I guess I'm not watching that."
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'll watch it the next day if it's interesting.
Yeah.
But it's an old man fucking fighting a Disney kid. What do you expect?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted. I mean, honestly, like, I wasn't planning on watching it. I just wanted to like go on YouTube the next morning and just watch a 10-second clip of whoever got knocked out, and they took that from us.
Exactly.
Meh. Whatever. R.I.P. Mike Tyson.
Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about someone who does mushrooms every day.
Oh, yeah, dude. Remember when he, started tickling Hasbulla?
Oh, yeah, I saw that video.
Like,
I thought that was a baby.
He was all high on mushrooms and thought it was a child, which, by the way, is not even an excuse, because why he's grabbing a stranger's child and acting that... Why... Never once did I pick up, oh, there's a stranger's child, and start nibbling on his ear. Like, that's a good way to go to jail. But apparently if you're Mike Tyson on mushrooms, that's completely acceptable. Wild. It's crazy talk.
Law is different for that, man.
It's crazy. He's like, oh, I thought it was a child. It's like, okay, then why did you do that? Like, and why do you think you're interviewing a child? What? So crazy. Anyways.
Remember when he got interviewed by the kid before the fight, and she was like, "So, what do you want young people like me to remember about your legacy?" And he goes, "Oh, legacy's a crock of shit. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be ashes. And maybe people remember me. Maybe they don't remember me. But I'm gonna be dead. Why do I give a fuck what about a legacy is?" And the little girl's just like, "Well, okay, thank you."
I didn't see that one. Is it a new one?
Yeah, that was before the Jake Paul fight.
I didn't watch that one, but I have religiously seen all of his pre-fight interviews throughout history because they are the greatest thing ever. Dude, when he tells that white boy that he's gonna fuck him until he loves him, that became... you know how many people I've told him that to in my life?
Yeah.
It's the best flex. You wanna like, next time you're in a fight with somebody, like, you really like, just tell them you're gonna fuck them until they love you, or some variant of it. It'll really get your confidence up. It'll boost it. I've said that to people all the time.
Yeah, and then call them gay because of it.
Oh my god, dude. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm gonna suck your dick, you fucking pussy.
Yeah.
Oh god, they are gonna be like, you. Yeah. I mean, you still might fight, but like they know, like, you're willing to suck their dick.
My favorite is wrestling pre-fight interviews. I watch those before job interviews. I watch like the cream rises to the top, and I'm like, yeah, I am the cream. I'm gonna get this job. And I'm fucking my favorite is when Booker T. Washington told Hulk Hogan, "Nigga," on live TV.
Oh yeah.
It was like, "We're coming for you, nigga." Yeah, just fucking froze.
Yeah. He thought it was funny, though. You could tell he's like, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
He knew.
He knew.
Dude, Hulk Hogan. Legend.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how to make this bit. It's actually a part of a bit I've been saying. It's going well. It's like the least funny part, but it's like a true part. Is I actually saw a giant black guy. So I was like turning a corner of a street, and I saw this giant black guy. He's like 6'5", dude, and he's wearing a Hulk Hogan wig, like blonde wig, and an NWO shirt, like cut off. And he picks up like a crackhead, like a smoker, and just smashes him to the ground, dude. And I was like, wow, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Right? The point. I don't know how to make it funny. The point of the story is that I tell that as a story, and it doesn't go over well with the crowd. But it's a real thing that happened.
What's the context around it? Like,
how
was he the good guy or the bad guy in this choke slam?
He was just a guy who was handling business. I turned the corner and witnessed it. I ran it. Here's the better part of it. It's not even part of the joke. I ran into that guy like 3 years later, and then got a picture of him and my friend together. It's on my Instagram. You scroll down, you'll see him. He still is just roaming the streets of Kensington.
Is he still in the wig?
Yeah. No, that's how I knew it was him. Yeah.
So he's homeless.
I don't know.
Okay.
He's not all there.
Okay.
But I don't think he's homeless. He's not dirty, and he's like wearing the same crap. He has a clean Hulk Hogan wig.
Okay.
All the time.
But he just choke slams homeless people. Oh, well.
I don't know what was happening. I was just turning the corner of a scrapyard in Nicetown.
Yeah, that is.
It's a real thing that happened. Just thinking about Hulk Hogan made me think of him.
Yeah, well, we got to figure out what was happening. Not figure it out, but make it up.
He's probably getting picked on for being Hulk Hogan by some smoker, and then he's like, I'm going to pick this guy up and chokeslam him to the ground. It was amazing. I've seen wilder things, but I thought that was the most funny thing I've ever seen.
I mean, also, like, of all the people for a homeless person to pick a fight with, if we're assuming the homeless person picked the fight, like...
I don't know what happened. I guess I could just make a story of it, make some context around it, but I had things to do that day.
Yeah.
I had things to do.
Do you remember what you had to do?
Yeah, scrap metal. Things to do. I had business to attend to.
What were you gonna do with the scrap metal money?
I had to make purchases that day, something like that. Just go on about my life. I had to go on about my daily life.
It's crazy that you could see something that wild happen and be like, my life is more interesting and important than that right now.
Dude, I watched a guy get his rig split open with a baseball bat on Hope Street in Kensington. And I was like, I'm leaving this situation now. And went on about my life.
That's right. Yeah, I think that's the like context of the joke, though, is that it's like, yeah, I'm just doing my shit, and then you know how everybody has their own life, and you never know anything about it. Like you're in traffic, and it's like, oh, this kid's probably on his way to school. This guy's probably on his way to chokeslam a homeless man.
It's like when you look at someone in the crowd, and they're not laughing at all, and you're like, this person hates me. But they could just be having a bad day, going through a divorce, and they're thinking about something else. And it's like, and you like see that guy choke slam him, and you're like, maybe that Hulk Hogan's just having a bad day,
Yeah.
Maybe he's just having a bad day, and this happened. Shouldn't judge him.
The guy was just trying out a bit.
Oh man, I'm gonna show you that picture after this. He's a real guy. I wonder if he still exists. I would love if anyone has contact with him. Please get me in touch with him.
Like Hulk Hogan was like previously raped by another guy who asked for 52 cents, and it was such a specific amount that it triggers him, and this homeless man happened to ask for exactly 52 cents. And it's just like
that's funny.
PTSD after. Now you're doing it to me.
I need to learn more about Hulk Hogan so I can be like, what would trigger Hulk Hogan?
Oh yeah. This guy walking by was like, Macho Man was better.
That's what literally verbatim what was going through my. I was literally verbatim about to say Macho Man. That's so funny. Yeah. Mankind rules. Hulk Hogan's gay. What?
Have you seen that video where like Sugar Ray's like coming down off a show or they're walking to an airplane or something, and some kid is just like, Sugar Ray, Sugar Gay.
Yo, yeah, dude. Mark McGrath loses it. Yo, I don't know much about Mark McGrath, but I know he hates it if you say Sugar Gay. Really, it's the only thing I know about Mark McGrath, really. Yo, he hates that shit. Oh my God, he's not happy.
I can't name a single Sugar Ray song. I don't know anything about him.
Wow.
I
know a couple Sugar Ray songs.
I don't know any music.
He's like, I want to fly, wicked, where you want. Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms out, John. Anyways.
Okay, yeah. That's a karaoke, John.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Sugar Ray has 2 karaoke songs, I could say. Or after that, yeah. What are you going to do, though? 2 songs is great.
Yeah, it's more songs than I have.
Yeah, dude. People don't know any of my songs.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you want to check out my songs? I don't have any.
Oh, I thought you were going to go into a serious plug. You seem like a guy who might have a secret SoundCloud.
I have a bunch of videos of me playing guitar in my room from over the years. What I'm going to do with those?
Stop posting.
Eating up storage.
Stop posting them like Dennis B. posts his rap clips.
Yeah, they're going to take off. You're like, wow, that man is Jimi Hendrix of our era. Genius.
Why have I been trying so hard at comedy? I'm just me noodling on the guitar.
Why do I even put effort into anything else?
What people want.
Just naturally putting out Beethoven level shit on the guitar and just been sitting on my Samsung phone. What am I doing? Dumb. Yeah. That would be great.
Yeah.
It'd be like finding treasure. Anyway, so we're talking about Mark McGrath. Yeah, dude, he hates when you call him gay. Mark McGrath is a homophobe, huh?
Yeah, well, it's his fault
I
for
shouldn't
being
say
gay.
that. He's probably a homophobe.
Probably.
I mean, I'll see people, hey, someone comes up to me in the street, John, more like John Gay. I'd be like, gotten.
Yeah.
But if I was a homophobe, I'm going to react exactly like Mark McGrath reacted.
I hate no.
I'm not gay. That's how a
yeah.
homophobe reacts.
Yeah.
Get it together, Mark
dare you call
McGrath.
me that?
This happened like 15 years ago, probably. Mark McGrath even alive right now, dude?
He was probably having a bad day. He probably just got chokeslammed by Hulk Hogan earlier that day.
Dude, Mark McGrath's probably dead, and we're just ripping on a dead guy.
Yeah.
It's even funnier now if he's not dead. You know, who did just die? That shifty guy from that. Oh my god, I'm spacing so hard.
Was it a new metal band?
Oh my god, Crazy Town. His lead singer, Shifty. His name was Shifty. What the heck was his? Babe, what was Shifty's name? Shifty Shell Shock. R.I.P. I love her. She's the best. That's why I keep her around, dude.
That's good. It's nice that you've got a like free producer for the show.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. Behind us right now is a team of 12 people making sure this production goes smooth as possible.
Yeah.
You all don't know it. One of them is her.
She's the head. The HBIC.
That was misleading. There's no one back there. It's just her. It's just her. Just reading a book. She's reading a book now.
A woman who reads.
Yeah.
That's my list.
Yeah, she has to read good.
Yeah.
She has to know how to read a cookbook.
And follow the instructions.
Oh, man. No one's ever said that joke before. I hope not. Because I'm going to say it on stage. That's the one that will get me to the top.
Oh, man. I was about to ask if I could have it.
That's all you, buddy.
I bet.
Somehow I feel like you get more of a pass than I would.
Yeah. Well, you have to set that expectation low.
Hey, man. Perfect. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Now I got you here. So, the premise is that you can't say junkie anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, it's being canceled, right? And then I was like, man, if you can't say junkie, does that mean junkies can just be part of a marginalized group now and get like marginalized group treatment? And I was like, if that's the case, why are we giving junkies that status? That's crazy talk. Who came up with the rule we can't do that now? And then secondly, I was like, being one, I'm not opposed to it. I like that. What are your thoughts?
Too wordy. I liked.
That's not a joke. That's just literally I'm asking your thoughts.
I thought you were hitting me with the premise. I was like...
I mean, the premise is there.
Yeah,
that's not the joke. I was just curious. I'm like, what do you think? As a black man,
well,
historically, people would categorize you and say, like, you can't say, so, like, what are your thoughts now that we're going to give marginalized group status to heroin addicts?
I mean, what do you guys get out of it? Because as much as people want social clout, it's not worth anything. You need to get money out of your marginalized group status, which I'm pretty sure there's a lot of programs for heroin addicts.
Yeah.
You guys can probably get a bunch of government dollars.
Well, yeah. I guess we can get that out of it. What do you get out of... I don't know. I didn't make the rule that you can't say it. I'm not even for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they said it. Well, I guess this is the same thing with homeless people. Now it's like...
the unhoused.
Unhoused or something?
Yeah.
So I guess it's the same
trips.
premise. Why would... I don't really like giving them, like, a marginalized status just because, they live in a box.
Yeah.
I'm not against it either.
It's what do they get out of it? Like, I'm fucking words are words, so I'm not like, oh, now we can't say that word. It's a different thing. You know, a rose by any rose is still a. I'm not sure if I should say that on your channel or not.
I have the best beat button.
Oh, fine. Oh, well, just put the beep anyway and pretend like I said it.
For the next minute now, I'm just gonna act like everything you say is like a Chris Rock special, and I'm just gonna beep every other word out. Anyways, yeah. We should stop treating these people like they have emotions. No one cares about homeless people or junkies' emotions.
Really? Yeah. Why pretend to care? That's just worse.
That is the thing. Like, do these people care they're saying you can't say it? Because I don't care.
No.
Do they really care? No.
It's funny. I've spent a lot of time at the 7-Eleven by my house, and I'm starting to figure out when the junkies go on shift change. Mm-hmm. Like, it's always funny. It's like they clock in and clock out with each other.
Panhandlers. Yeah. Yeah, I like how they all congregate around 7-Elevens. This is always the hot spot.
Yeah. And then some of them will, like, work in the 7-Eleven. I'm like...
There's a Dunkin'... That 7-Eleven here is horrible with them. There's a Dunkin' Donuts down the street, and there's, like, a guy there he acts like he's a professional doorman to this Dunkin' Donuts. Every day. Clockwork. He practically works there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind.
That's his job.
I never have to open that door.
Yeah. Put it on the resume.
Yeah. He's great. He could be actually. I didn't think about that. Like, if someone was looking for a doorman, like that's dude's out there fucking doing tryouts. I didn't even think about it. I thought he was just trying to get $1 out of me. But he's out there really trying to get a career.
No, he's in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
That's the open minded doormatic right there.
Yeah, he's G-leaguing it. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Duh. We all got to start somewhere, John. Don't be so closed-minded. The doorman G-League is Dunkin' Donuts.
Imagine being the Dunkin' Donuts bathroom attendant. You're handing out mints. Charging people for toilet paper.
Yeah, I haven't seen a bathroom attendant in a while, but I also don't go to fancy places or strip clubs.
Yeah. I used to moonlight as a bouncer at the Midnight at the Wicked, shouted out 15th and Sansom, and they had a bathroom attendant, and I'd just be like, I'm trying to like hide in the bathroom and not work right now, but I feel like this attendant's gonna snitch on me.
Did they snitch on you?
No, never.
What if you just made friends with them?
They didn't speak English.
Oh, man. Like, wait, what? How do you have a bathroom attendant that speak English? That's part of the thing, is to be like, wow, what's up? You're not cordial. Like, how shiny shoes, sir? Something like that. I don't fucking know.
They might have spoken English. I could just be racist.
Oh, okay. What you're saying is he was Arab and you never talked to him. You just assumed he didn't speak English.
Yeah, he was.
Nice. Nice.
He was the Zayn Dohan of the club.
Just like that's so fucking funny. I was blatantly racist and just didn't want to talk to him. Yeah. Just assumed he'd be a rat. So didn't even want to bother.
Yeah,
never learned his name. Not once. He got me a Christmas present one time. I threw it in the trash.
I flushed it down the toilet. Made him unclog it.
Moonlighting. When people moonlight. It's good. I was just thinking. Oh. What was I thinking? I don't know. I lost what I was thinking. That's all right.
I don't know.
There was something about London. Probably me ripping on London again. Or England. That's whatever.
It's on the come up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the sun never sets on the British Empire.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. I didn't even know you were British when I first met you.
No one does. I keep it secret.
Oh yeah, I was like, well, first off, how do you do that? How do you keep an accent secret? I talked to you and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I didn't know it was British. And then someone was like, he's British. I was like, what the fudge, dude? Like, I thought he was impersonating like someone with Down syndrome or something. Like, what are you doing?
Because no one expects it to be British.
What do you mean?
No one looks at me and thinks, "Oh, that's an obvious British man." Like you know how much I get Jamaican.
You can't blame. So you're blaming it on everyone else. You're like, oh, it's those people's fault. They look at me and they don't hear British because they're clearly discriminating against me. They must be Jamaican.
Yeah.
What? You're blaming it on everyone else now.
Yeah. It's everyone else's problem. Okay, I'm speaking the Queen's English right here.
So what do you do? Let's get to this. So wait, where are we at now? So now it's basically like you're a British guy who's washed his British accent away. Except for now, it's so weird. Because now that I listen to you talk to you, it's like, I don't know how I couldn't not hear it before.
Yeah, it's literally you don't expect it until you know it's there, and then you're like, oh, and it's like a fucking my voice is one of those magic eye posters where you need to open your mind, and then once it makes sense, you're like, oh, I can't unsee it, but until you get there, you're just like, oh, you look at me and you're like, he's obviously an autistic retard with a sinus infection. And
sinus infection is...
It makes so much more sense than, oh, he just came from that other country that he doesn't look like other people from that country. And I'm tired of like every conversation. I'm like, hi, I'm Manny. I'm British, by the way. Nah, fuck it. Let him think that I'm a fucking retard.
I like. First off, everything you said is so spot on. And then I love how you're like, I love how also he's like, it's everyone else's fucking fault. They're clearly fucking racist for not hearing my accent. It's just the world's problem. So good. I guess I'm racist. I was like, yeah, I'm clearly racist, I guess. I can't say that. Dang, it's on video. I gotta scrub that part. It's so funny. It's like, it's everyone else's fault.
What am I supposed to do? Be less British? I'm not good at that.
It's like if Hannibal Buress got a nasal infection and picked up a British accent.
Yeah.
It's actually spot effing on now.
Oh, you know.
The nasal infection.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is a classic English breakfast is beans on toast, like baked beans on toast. I don't know if you've heard that. Yeah. It's something Americans like to make fun of us for, but it's good. But I did that one time in Texas because I was a little broke and I was feeling homesick. I'm like, let me make some beans on toast. All these Texan white boys look at me, they're like, oh, that is the most ghetto shit I've ever seen. I buy it from the gas station. They're like, what, have you been to prison? This looks like prison food. And I'm like, no, it's a fucking it's English.
Okay.
But like, you see me buying some beans and you're like, oh, that is hood status.
Yeah, I never even thought about that. That is mad funny. Because, like, dude, I've been impoverished. I've also been in a jail situation before. And I also have eaten a lot of beans and toast. And it's funny that, like, they do love that. It's, like, just the go-to. But there's also been times in my life where I had, like, 2 pieces of bread left and a jar of beans and nothing else. And that is, like, the epitome of being broke.
Yeah.
Is having 1 jar of beans and bread. I never pieced it together. Yeah, y'all are just impoverished over there. It's not a taste thing. It's like y'all just broke, dude.
The entire country's culture was shaped by World War II. Like, you guys are like, oh, we won that shit. We're the best. We made so much money selling bullets. And everyone in England's like, we had rations.
I never even pieced that together. It's so freaking funny. What other British foods are there? You got weird cookies and stuff. You got weird cookies and jams and stuff, and I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah, we just call cookies biscuits.
Biscuits, yeah.
Or the other way around.
Yeah. We got a couple good ones I've had. Chocolates ones.
Yeah, I'm allergic, so I don't have them. I used to love rich tea biscuits, though.
Okay.
The closest thing they have to those now are Goya biscuits.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I mess them up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's secretly good. It's just you gotta change your expectation of what you...
Well, I just don't like I've had a bunch, you know. I just don't like the fruit. I'm not a big fan of fruit cookies. Like,
yeah.
Why do I got a jam on a cookie?
Well, yeah, fuck that. But
weird.
Yeah.
Like, would you ever take a cookie and then just dip it in some jam? Probably not.
What
I would do it with
about
a chocolate
honey?
chip cookie.
What about honey?
Honey?
Yeah.
Maybe, but that's just sugar, basically. It tastes like it.
Well, jam's just sugar. It's fruit and sugar.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have a pastry.
Okay. Yeah. I guess. Maybe I just need to expand my mind.
Yeah, I'm selling you on England right now.
Nah, dude.
UK.
I mean, listen,
Long live the
even
king.
if it comes to the point where it's like, okay, I'll eat that cookie with jam on it. I don't think it's ever going to reach a point where it's like, hey, there's a cookie with jam and a chocolate chip right there. I'm like, would I ever choose the not chocolate chip? No, you can take that. It's the best one.
That's fair.
It's the best. Chocolate chip is the best cookie.
Yeah, but that's why you guys will have fat women over here.
Ew, what are you talking about? England's full of fattos.
Not as many.
You think?
I don't know.
I mean, you're all impoverished just eating fucking beans and bread. It would make sense. Y'all just ghetto as shot eating some beans, dude. And the crazy part is you don't even put, it's all just plain beans. It's just plain beans, right? It's not even like bacon and sugar. Like we put bacon and sugar in ours.
Yeah, no, we just do the plain beans. The sugar makes it worse, honestly.
You think?
Yeah.
What? I love, I'll eat baked beans. I'll grab baked beans, put it in a hot pan with the sugar and bacon. I'll just eat that at the pan. Yeah. You're saying without that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, you've never eaten something and been like, this is too sweet.
Well, yeah.
Like, yeah, fuck it. You don't need that out of your beans.
Listen, you got all you need. You got all you need in that can of beans. You don't need anything else. You don't need sugar or bacon.
Why would you add sugar to beans? Why? If you think about it, that is an insane combination.
Dude, people add sugar to everything, and I don't know. Why would you add sugar to corn?
Also insane.
What they do? You ever caramel popcorn? That shit is delicious.
You got me at popcorn.
Gotcha, dude. Caramel popcorn.
But people do sugar on like boiled corn on the cob. You don't need to do that. The corn on the cob is fine without adding sugar.
Well, yeah. People will... Well, yeah. I mean... you ever have grits?
Yeah.
Put sugar in your grits?
Yeah.
Delicious.
That's fair. But I'm not a grits fan anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, British people, do they like Southern food?
They don't like food.
Ooh, I watched a video of these two British guys, and they go around eating like foods and American foods, and they tried like barbecue and ribs for the first time, and they lost their shit. They're like, "Oh my god, we've never had food good," and I'm like, "That's just barbecue." Like, it's crazy. And it made me feel bad for British people. I was like, these poor fucking retards over here never had barbecue. It's crazy. It's like so sad. It's weird, you know? Just barbecue. It's not even that special, you know? Like, I get it. It's like, oh, we've never had a tomahawk steak before. He's like, yeah, I guess so. That makes sense. They're expensive. Barbecue. It's just... Anyways.
Not everyone has barbecue. I don't know what to
So what do you think about barbecue?
I love it. It was I went to college in Texas, and it was my favorite thing about Texas. I remember I moved there, and like freshman year, someone asked me, "Do you guys even have barbecue in Delaware?" Because no one knows what the fuck Delaware. I had to tell people Delaware, the state, was a suburb of Philadelphia in order for them to understand where it was.
I legitimately believe 80% of Americans probably couldn't point out Delaware on a map.
Yeah. So, so I'm like, yeah, we've got barbecue. People cook outside sometimes, but then I had I don't think I had brisket before I moved to Texas, and now I see it all the time. But
yeah, brisket's a popular one these days.
Yeah, but I was like, oh no, we do not have barbecue like you guys have barbecue.
Yeah.
Now I can't live without it.
Yeah. So good. Let's talk about other ways America's better than Britain. We got freedom of speech. That's pretty rad.
Not for long. You guys barely have it anymore.
Yeah, but you guys got arrested over a Facebook post now. We're not that far. I mean, we may get there, but...
Yeah.
We beat you guys in a war. That's pretty cool. What else?
300 years ago.
Let's run it back, dude. Try it now, pussy. What's up? Acting like it's gonna go any other way. What ways is Britain better than America? Let's go. Let's figure that out. There's got to be a couple things out there, right?
We have healthcare.
Like a state funded healthcare.
Yeah.
Okay, if I all right, let's say I get multiple sclerosis, not cancer, just multiple sclerosis, a disease, right? Neurological disease. How long I got to wait for treatment? I go get it?
I don't know. I don't know how it works here either. I've never figured it out.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fair. All right. All right then.
Yeah. I'm talking out my ass right now. I haven't lived there since the year 2000.
What else they got?
That's the reason no one can tell I have an English accent. It's because my accent expired like some spoiled milk. I never renewed my subscription, but I still won't buy the American pack. I've got the bootleg accent.
That's the best when people start living in America so long that their accents, like, it's like 20 years, and now like they don't really have an accent anymore. But they also don't really have an American accent either. It's like, now you're just, what are you now? You know?
Yeah, I'm a man without a country.
Now you don't even have an accent. Now you just sound like you got a mouthful of marbles.
Yeah.
You know? You got a mouthful of peanut butter on the roof of your tongue.
Yeah. This is every insult I've heard growing up my whole life. You know what's crazy?
I'm not trying to insult you. I'm not trying to.
You just sound a lot like the people who were trying to in my past.
You're just saying verbatim everything that everyone said to my face that hurt my feelings.
I understand how it's not an insult. But those exact words have previously insulted me, so it's cool. It's cool. But when I first moved to America, the year 2000, right before 9/11, second grade, I sounded exactly like Simon Cowell. Like, I had the posh, like, smart sounding British accent, the sexy one, and everyone just called me Jeffrey from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know, the butler Jeffrey. They go around saying like Master William. And for a while, everyone would tell me to say 10 points for Gryffindor because there was the one black kid in Harry Potter love was like the Quidditch announcer.
I was gonna say it's funny because you kind of look like Jeffrey, but just because you gotta have a beard. But then I didn't want to say that because then I'm just gonna pull that thing like,
Yeah, like
it's like when you saw me outside and you're like, "Is that you?" Like all white guys look alike.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it, so I did it.
Yeah. Well, so far I've got Jeffrey and Hannibal Buress.
You definitely talk like that.
Yeah. No, he was one of my inspirations for comedy, and I did look like him. He came to Delaware one. I mean, well, I do, but I came to Delaware at one. He came to Delaware at one point, and he was like doing a DJ event where he just drank liquor and got paid to be there. And I showed him I wrote on my phone, I was like, tell people I'm your brother because I'm trying to get some runoff pussy. And he was just like, that is the craziest thing I've seen. No, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, yeah, in hindsight, I can see how this is.
You tell him the reason? Like, you're like, I'm trying to get some pussy.
Yeah, he was like, no. He didn't care.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna be funnier than you. That's my main goal in comedy. I just want to be funnier than Hannibal Buress because he wouldn't let me get pussy one time. My dick was dry that night, and I blame you, Hannibal. So I'm coming for you.
I like that.
But anyway, I had a perfect British accent up until high school, and kids made fun of me because it was different, it was foreign, it was weird. And then I got into high school, and all of a sudden it's sexy to have a British accent, and that's when mine faded to the point where it just started sounding ridiculous. So I never got to reap the benefits of my accent, I only just got the worst parts at the worst times.
It's funny. Yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
Chicks love British accents.
Yeah, now. Not when I was in second grade.
Well, yeah.
They
Chicks only are blowing dudes for their accents in second grade, generally speaking.
Yeah. But they do in high school, and I sounded like a fool in high school.
You really gotta have. You just fucking just go around throwing out a fake British accent. You need to start going to bars and just faking a British accent,
dude.
And then people be like, "Oh, you British?" You're like, "Yeah." And you're not lying. You got the pussy, dude. Manny's over there pretending to have a British accent again.
Yeah.
That'll work.
That's how I'm going to become a one-woman man in 2025.
Oh, yeah.
We've cracked the code.
That's how we do it.
That's the plan. That's what you've been missing, dude. He's like, just a fucking accent.
Dude, you know, oh my god. Hey, how hot would I be if I had a British accent? Would you like me more?
I think you're perfect just the way you are.
She said,
Yeah. Anyway. Dude.
Yes, British accents are hot.
What are you trying to say? Anyways. Yeah, dude. British accents, dude.
you can crush. That's what you need. You
Yeah.
just gotta pretend to be British for a little bit.
But
Hello, chat.
So funny. Yeah, you need to pull up on the scene with a hard British accent now. Do it. Do one now.
what if I just did, like, I'm awful at accents is the thing.
And just
If I was any good at accents, I would have lost
Manny can't even do a British accent. Fucking loser.
Pip pip cheerio.
They should ban you from anything. British guy can't even fit British accent. That's the craziest shit.
So I was going to get some tea and crumpets the other day.
More British. Exaggerated you.
This is my problem. This is my cross to bear in life.
My cross to bear. I'm regionless. I don't have a regional dialect.
Yeah.
It's just now.
You know what's kind of crazy?
You sound like the man I resent in comedy.
I can sort of put on a fake Texan accent at times.
You do a better Southern accent than an English accent.
Yeah. It don't make no sense, but it's just the way it be. I can do this. I wonder if I should start doing cowboy comedy like that Bucky Carson fella.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Me and Bucky.
Dude, this guy goes around with these water guns, but they shoot bubbles, right? Right? And he wears a hat and speaks like that. He talks like that. He's like an actor, right? And then all of a sudden, he just shows up at a mic the other night. Normal. Blew my mind, dude. Blew my mind. I was like, oh, this guy is a normal person who's just acting like a psychopath. I was like concerned. I was like, I'm not letting this guy near my kid. It turned out it's just a character. I thought I was around like an actual pedophile for a minute.
It's hilarious that you didn't realize.
I mean that.
The thing that I love, the commitment to the character is great. You know who else is like that? Is Noah St. Amon. Yeah, I love him, but it's he does his comedy and people don't realize that he's fucking around. Everyone takes him seriously, so you just see like half the audience being appalled and me be like, "This is hilarious."
I think Steve Kane said the best the other week. He was talking about Noah. He's like, Noah is a comic. He's the best kind of comic. He's like when the room is just dead silent for 45 seconds. And then once in a while you hear someone go, and then you'll hear someone go, and it's just one giggle every minute. Sweet secret.
What?
I have a video. I have a podcast with Noah that I'm editing right now. It's going to be out soon.
Oh, nice. Oh.
But I know, and he knows, and you know.
Hell yeah, I'm excited about that. Fucking, have you seen his? He'll post like he has a new open mic that he's starting, and then it'll just be in a Chinese store that fits like one person at a time.
Yeah, I messaged him. I was like, hey, what time's your mic?
Yeah.
And then I read it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was.
It's like, it's not even real. Everyone thought this real as a dork and a loser and gullible. And I was like, oh.
I was proud of him. I was like, hell yeah, I was promoting it. And then he DM'd me. He told me not to go. It like, I felt cool. Like, I was the one person he told. It's like, I'm the guy who gets to don't go to school tomorrow.
I might have done the same thing. I might like add to my stories or something like that. I was like, oh man, I'm going to be helpful and nice. And then he was like, oh, you stupid bitch. I was like, oh, man.
And then everyone keeps talking about his bobbing for Scrapple spit that he did at Raven. Were you there that night?
Uh-huh. I think I have a video of it.
So he comes in with a bucket of water and Scrapple in the water and literally just bobs for Scrapple.
Mm-hmm.
What's crazy about that is someone told me that, like, now he gets put up last at Raven all the time,
mm-hmm.
and he has no clue why.
Dude, you know what's crazy about that? You know what is crazy about that? Is like, dude, for like a good like month, he was like on fire, and everyone was like loving him and stuff. And dude, he was going up like early at Raven, like for a couple weeks in a row, which is like it's fine to go up early like once or twice, but like generally people was like get back to the bottom. But he was going up a couple, and then he got up second because he asked to with that bit. I was looking forward to him doing that bit. He told me about that like 2 weeks in advance. We showed up that night with blue water first off. I was like, why was blue?
What?
Yeah, he dyed the water blue, so it didn't look like Water. Anyways, yeah, he cleaned up his mess and everything afterwards. I thought it was great. The whole dude, first off, everyone was on their feet videotaping it. It was an audience captivated. Like 99% of these Philly comics have never had an audience captivated. I'm just gonna say that.
No, I believe it.
And then
You know who's in the 1%? Me. The time that I captivated that audience on acid. Just had to sneak that in there. But then after that, I killed. I leveled the place.
Yeah, you got a lot of hate. Got a lot of hate from him, man.
Yeah.
I think he's great.
He is great. Yeah, he crushed, and everyone's like, oh, but imagine having to follow that.
Yeah, I mean...
the thing you should say is just be a better comedian and able to follow that, but...
I wouldn't be that upset. I mean, I know him and I'm friends with him, so I actually wouldn't be that upset about it, because then I would just kind of like, rip off, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. But these guys are like, I want to talk about my therapy, and no one wants to hear about therapy after Noah just bobbed for Scrapple on the stage.
Yeah, I was like, it's like, you're welcome for like if you can't think of something funny to say for 10 seconds after that happens, like, then that's a great ease. I'm always looking for something to ease me into stuff. That's
a
layup.
Yeah.
Like, if you see that, I mean,
yeah. No, Philly comics such. I do judge them based on how they feel about Noah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like he's talking about this. But yeah, people gotta stop. People, won't laugh at someone's jokes just because of the other person. They won't. People will walk out of a room just when someone walks on stage.
Yeah, I do that a lot, but it's also I like walking out of rooms a lot. Like, it's not because of someone's on stage. It's like I've been craving a cigarette for like a while, and now it's like a transition, so I'm gonna walk out the room. But then I always catch candy with whoever's on stage as I'm doing it, and I feel so bad about it.
I do it.
Yeah, I always always in my head, like, I'm gonna wait till this person goes up, and then I'm gonna walk out and do whatever I'm gonna do, blah, blah, blah. And then I never just like stop. I always walk out and the door's loud as shit.
Yeah.
Or like they see, you gotta walk down steps and it's facing the stage and they see you walking down, you make eye contact with you, and it's basically just you being like, screw you. You know what's more important? They know you're not doing anything else besides going outside to smoke a cigarette. So basically it's like, this cigarette is far more important than the shit you have to say. I appreciate that. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, it is, to be honest, more important most of the time. But I'm quitting cigarettes. I'm going to be a good guy in 2025. I'm going to live long and be healthy for my kid.
That's nice. That's a nice goal.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we need to wrap this up soon. Although I don't care, we can just keep going forever. We're currently sitting at an hour and 50.
Okay, well...
But I don't care, we can keep going.
I don't have... It has. Yeah, I don't have a lot of interesting things left to say. Honestly, you have been digging some dirt out of me, some gold.
Yeah, you just gotta find the gold.
Yeah, exactly. That's my goal for 2025 is I want to start just being a guest on more podcasts, but not even like Philly comic podcast. I'm gonna get in those lame Facebook like podcast groups and find Midwestern grandmas who want to talk about cooking. They can be like, I'll be a guest on your podcast.
I gotta get on Facebook, I guess. Everyone's like,
yeah, the Facebook groups are where it's at, you know?
Yeah, they're not really where it's at.
I don't know.
Nowhere's where it's at right now.
Yeah, I don't want to go on Facebook at all. People are like, that's how you get, like, help you get booked and stuff and, like, all this crap. And I'm like, Facebook is another thing I don't want to have to manage.
I don't know how to get butched, so don't ask me. But you're funny.
Great to get him.
I go through waves where all of a sudden everyone remembers I exist and wants to book me for 2 weeks, and then I'll go a month and a half without getting booked again.
Small doses.
Yeah, and that's exactly. So I'm riding a wave right now, and I'm happy about that. And then it's going to be a drought for all of February and March, I can already tell you. And hopefully in April I'm good. And then by the time Funniest comes around again, I'm going to crush that set, and there's going to be a lot of comics there, so people are going to want to book me again.
Yeah, I'll go there and I'll cheer you on.
Hell yeah.
Know that guy?
Yeah.
I'll say.
Fuck yeah. But, so this is a secret, but I doubt anyone's going to, don't clip this, because someone's going to watch the whole podcast to find out what I'm thinking. I want to start booking conferences, like emailing like professional conferences, and be like, you know what you guys need while you're talking about medical equipment? A comedian. Pay me $20,000 and I'll appear. And I feel like if I send 5 of those emails every day for the rest of the year, someone's going to do it one time.
20 grand is steep, but I feel like 5 is acceptable.
I feel like depending on the conference, they don't care.
Yeah, but how many conferences are just like, oh, we got an extra 20 grand to shell out to Manny because he asked for it. Didn't even negotiate. Guy just sent a cold email and said, hey, I'll give you some of my time for 20 grand. He says that's the going price.
We were thinking about having a comedian. We don't really want a comedian, but he said it's a good thing to have.
Like, who told him that we wanted a comedian? He's like, no one. He just sent it on his own. It's like, well, who mentioned 20 grand? He's like, again, on his own. He's like, well, what does he how does he have relations to the dental hygienists of America? He's like, 0. That has 0 connection to us in any way. Again, cold email for 20 grand.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, dude, that is for sure. You're gonna get one. Exactly. You're gonna get one. Yeah.
I'm gonna start fucking girls and booking conferences in 2025.
It's gonna be something wild, like refrigerator repairmans of America. It's gonna...
Yeah, then I'm gonna vote for him.
I like that. It's fucking funny. All right. Well, good. You can do a plug. I don't know. You want to plug stuff?
Yeah, Manny Muskets on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I hopefully have a podcast or show by the time this comes out. Probably not, though. I'm lazy, and if you follow me those places, you'll find out where it is. Manny Muskets everywhere. Book me for your conference. Charge an exorbitant rate, because I'm worth it.
Minimum 20,000.
20,000. I will settle for 5, but ask 20 first.
You get 16 bars for 5,000.
Yeah.
All places you follow Manny, description below. Yeah, dude, thanks for coming, bro. This is super fun. I hope you come back.
I hope so too.
The most fun I've had thus far.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
my thing went away. Oh, yeah, this is the most fun I had thus far, dude. It was very fun.
That's my goal.
Sick, dude. Appreciate it, dude.
Appreciate you.
High five.
Solid. I like that.
That's what I'm doing now.
No problem.
Yeah.
It was fun.